إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهد له فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده رب لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه. أما بعد يا أيها الناس, as we come to a benefit بإذن الله تعالى with this affair of al-iman bil-yawm al-akhir is the belief in the last day, and this is the belief of the Muslim. This is the belief of the Muslim who ascribes themselves to Islam. The correct Islam is that the person he believes in this day. And so we want to mention bi'idhnillahi ta'ala this affair explained by Shaykh Fawzan. May Allah bestow His mercy upon him and preserve him. Naam ya ayyuhan nas, al-iman bil-yawm al-akhir, the belief in the last day. وهو اليوم القيامة يسمى اليوم الآخر لأنه بعد الدنيا، ويسمى يوم القيامة، ويسمى يوم القيامة ليوم الناس. لماذا لقيام الناس فيه من قبورهم برب العالمين. As he mentioned, حفظه الله تعالى, that is the day of Qiyamah, the day of standing. It is called the last day because it is at the end of the world, and the day of Qiyamah because the standing upon, or mada, the standing up of people on it from their graves. The standing up in the graves, or mada, the standing up of the people on it from their graves unto the Lord of all that exists. Naam ya ayyuha al-ikhwa. So the Shaykh, he mentions, ويسمى يوم بعث لأن الناس يبعثون فيه من قبورهم، ويسمى نشورهم، وبعث فله أسماء كثيرة بما يدل على العظيمة. He says, حفظه الله تعالى, it is referred to as the day of Ba'ath, resurrection, because people will be resurrected on it. The people, they will be resurrected on it from their graves. It is also called the day of An-Nushur. And An-Nushur, it means Ba'ath. It has many names which is from, or points to its greatness. So the belief, وَإِيمَانُ بِيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ هو تصديق بحصوله ووقوعه ثم ازدادوا له فلا يخفي أن تصدق به وتجزيم به، بل لا بد من استعداد له وتقديم الأعمال الصالحات وتوبة من الأعمال السيئات وأكثر من الحسنات. فأنت تستعيذ لهذا اليوم لأنه يوم لا ريب فيه. قال إبراهيم عليه الصلاة والسلام في الدعاء: ولا تجزي يوم يبعثون يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. As the Shaykh, he mentions, حفظه الله, he said the belief in the last day, it is to affirm that it will happen, and then preparing for it, and then preparing towards it, preparing for this enormous day, this great day, ya ayyuhan nas. It is upon the Muslim to prepare for this great day. It does not suffice that one accepts and affirms its occurrence. One must prepare for it by putting forward good deeds. He must prepare for this day. وَتَقْدِيمُ الْأَعْمَالِ الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوْبَةً مِنَ الْأَعْمَالِ السَّيِّئَاتِ. That the person that he must put forward good deeds and repent from evil deeds, and that he must engage in a great deal of virtues and a great deal of good deeds, virtuous deeds. Then you are preparing for this great day. He mentions a day regarding which there is no doubt a day that which is no doubt. لأنه يوم لا ريب فيه. There's no doubt about this day. يا أيها الناس. As the dua of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, as it is mentioned in the Quran, in Surah Ashura, where he mentions, and disgrace me not on a day when all the creatures will be resurrected, the day when neither wealth nor sons will avail, except him who brings to Allah a clean heart, except that the person he brings a clean heart. Ya ayyuha al-ikhwa, fahuwa yawm al-azim. So it is indeed a great day. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى يوم يفر المرء من أخيه وأمه وأبيه وصاحبته وبنيه لكل امرئ منهم يومئذ شأن يغنيه. Allah Jalla wa Ala, he mentions, that day shall a man he flee from his brother and from his mother and his father and from his wife and his children. Every man that day will have enough to make him careless of others. So this day of Qiyamah, ya ayyuhan nas, that individuals, they're going to be careless of others. They're going to be concerned and worried about themselves. So it is upon the believer to put forth the good deeds. وفي هذا اليوم, and on that day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he mentions, يبصرونهم يود المجرم لو يفتدي من عذاب يومئذ ببنيه وصاحبته وأخيه وفصيلته التي تؤويه ومن في الأرض جميعا ثم ينجيه. كلا. في سورة المعارج, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he mentions, though they shall be made to see one another, the mujrim, the sinful individual, the criminal, those who have committed crimes, would desire to ransom himself. He would desire to ransom himself from the punishment of that day by his children and his wife and his brother and also his kindred who sheltered him and all that are in the earth, so that it might save him. But by no means, kalla, this would not save the individual. The only thing that will save the person by Allah's permission, by the tawfiq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is that the person, he put forth righteous good deeds, al-amal al-salih, wa-mada, all that which is good, of ma'ruf, all that which is good and pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the individual, he would try to ransom himself, he would try to save himself by this affair of his family members, his children, his wife and his kindred. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he mentions by no means. So he would not be saved from this except by performing good deeds and abstaining from evil deeds, as the shaykh he mentions. حفظه Allah, he mentions فَلَا يُنْجِي مِنْ هَذَا إِلَّا عَمِلُ الصَّالِحُ إِلَى مَاذَا عَمِلُ الصَّالِحُ وَتَرْكُ عَمِلُ السَّيِّئِ. As he mentions, he would not be saved from this except by performing good deeds and abstaining from evil deeds. So the shaykh حفظه Allah, he mentions هذا هو مقصود بإيمان اليوم الآخر. He said this is what is intended by the belief in the last day. فمن قال إنه ليس هناك بعث وإيمان هي حياة الدنيا فقط فهذا كافر لأنه مكذب لله ولرسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. He mentions حفظه Allah, anyone who says there is no resurrection, it's all about this worldly life, such is a kafir, because he believes Allah and his messenger and the consensus of the Muslims and that which is known in the deen by necessity. He mentions there is no doubting the disbelief of the one who rejects resurrection and rising from the death and rising from death. So these individuals, that they only live for this life, they only do the good deeds of this life, as you have from the kuffar, from the disbelievers, that they are generous. Some of them are generous, some of them they give and they do good deeds, but that is only for this life. Those good deeds that they put forward is only for this life. وماذا Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he mentions زعم الذين كفروا أن لا يبعثون قل بلى ربي لا تبعثون ثم لتنبعون بما عملتم وذلك على الله يسير. Allah Jalla wa Ala, He mentions the disbelievers pretend that they would never be resurrected for the account. Say, O Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam, yes, by my Lord, you will certainly be resurrected. Then you will be informed of and recompense for what you did. And that is easy for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَذَلِكَ عَلَى اللَّهِ يَسِيرٌ. That is easy for Allah Jalla wa Ala. Naam ya ayyuhan nas. So the Shaykh, he mentions, حفظه الله, فالله أمر رسوله أن يقسم بربه أنه سبعث عباده وقوله زعموا هو كذب، يعني كذبوا في قولهم هذا. وقال تعالى وقالوا إن هي إلا حياتنا الدنيا وما نحن بمبعوثين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentions, and they said, there is no other life but our present life of this world, and never shall we be resurrected on the day of resurrection. So these disbelievers, they don't believe that they're going to be made accountable. They don't believe that they're going to be raised up. They don't believe in the day of resurrection, but rather they're living for this life. Ya ayyuhan nas. وقالوا ما هي إلا حياة الدنيا وقالوا ما هي إلا حياتنا الدنيا. And they say there's nothing but our life of this world. We die and we live, and nothing destroy us except dahr. Illa dahr. Nothing destroy us except time. So they're only living for this life. As you find from those who make that statement, you only got one life to live. Live your best life in all of those statements that they say. وَعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentions, وَقَالَ جَلُّ وَعَلَى أَيُعِدُكُمْ أَنَّكُمْ إِذَا مِتُّمْ وَكُنْتُمْ تُرَابًا وَإِظَامًا أَنَّكُمْ مُخْرَجُونَ هَيْهَاتَ لِمَا تُوعَدُونَ إِنْ هِيَ إِلَّا حَيَاتُنَا الدُّنْيَا نَمُوتُ وَنَحْيَا وَمَا نَحْنُ بِمَبْعُوثِينَ. Does He promise you that when you have died and have become dust and bones, you shall come out alive, resurrected? Far, very far is that which you are promised. There's nothing but our life of this world. We die and we live, and we are not going to be resurrected. This is the attitude of the disbelievers. And so it is mentioned that the Shaykh, he says, هكذا, said that is the way of the speech of the kuffar. وهكذا مقال له كفر ومقال له كفار. That is the way of this. That is the speech of the kuffar, old and present, from the speech of old, and also from that which individuals say in this present time. They reject the resurrection and have no evidence. They have no proof. وليس لهم حجة إلا أنهم يقولون. They have no evidence at all except that they say. كيف إذا مات الناس وصروا ترابا أنهم يبعثون فهذا مستحيل. أو كما قال حفظه الله تعالى. He says, they say, those individuals, how, he says, حفظه الله, that they have no evidence at all except they say, how will people who have died and turned to soil be brought back to life? This is impossible. As that they can't imagine this. This is something that is far-fetched from their minds. وقال جل وعلا وقال من هي. He says, who will give life? وقال من يحيي العظيم وهي رمي وهو ماذا إلى الآخر. He says, who will give life to these bones when they have rotten away and become dust? So this is what they think. So this is what we will start with. بإذن الله تعالى وآخر الدعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين وسبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. حياكم الله جميعا.